Hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Akmal bin Muhammad Saleh, and I am going to present about my project for this assignment, Educational Technology for Teaching and Learning. So I will show you guys my writing first, which is my lesson plan. Okay, so it is start with a lesson plan here. Okay, so this is the lesson plans for subject science, and let's look into the theme. Okay, the theme is respirations, and the content standard is system respiration, and the educational standard is, so they provide code, which is this one actually I refer to the SKP. And for 2.1.1, it is to sketch and labeling the structure in human respiratory system and describe breathing mechanism. And 2.1.2 is conducting experiment to identify the difference about among gas in and out of breathings. So about the basic knowledge, students does not have a basic knowledge about respirations. So let's look into the objective. Okay, I wrote here that 80% of students will be able to answer the structured questions about human respiratory system. Second is 80% of students will be able to answer the questions about labeling of human respiratory system. And the third one is 80% of students will be able to answer the questions about breathing mechanisms. And the fourth one is 80% of students can answer the questions about the experiment of gas inhale and exhale. Okay, so for this lesson plans, I am using the 5E module, which is the engagement, the explore, the explain, elaborate, and evaluations. Okay, so the first one is engagement. So for this one, it takes about 10 minutes. And the activity is greeting to students, and teachers show the SKP to students, and also teachers show picture from the slides. Okay, and then the second one is explore. So this one is the students need to find the informations to put in Padlet. So teachers give questions to students, which is they need to explain the function of respiratory systems, and the durations is about 10 minutes. And also the following showing the function of respiratory system, and student will be asked to give teacher will give guidelines to the students to discuss and make corrections of their own answers. The third one is explains. This one takes a lot of times, which is 20 minutes, which is teacher will shows the video explanations about respiratory system to students. So the video is about breathing mechanisms, and teacher give explanations to students using PowerPoints, and teacher discuss with the students about the respiratory system. So the next part is elaborate, and this one takes about 15 minutes, which is the teacher will shows video about the difference about inhale and exhale, and the video improves student understanding of inhale and exhale. Furthermore, how to apply the concept in reality. And the last one is evaluations. And for the evaluations, it takes about 15 minutes. And this one give an online quiz to student. Okay. And teacher end the lessons by giving homework to students. Okay, so now let's look into the appendix. Okay, so the the apps that I use to in this uh, in this lessons is Padlet. Okay, so you can see the Padlet here. And I also attach the Padlet link here. And the appendix number 2 is I also use YouTube, which is the easy one, the video that easy for students to understand. I also attach the link here. And the next one is I also attach the presentation slide with the link here, which is they can refer to the uh, Google document here. And the appendix number 3 is for the elaborations part. So I also attach the video from the YouTube here. And appendix number 4 is the Kahoot. So basically this is the questions that to evaluate the student whether they understand what we are teaching about or not. So this is the questions lah. So I attach all the quiz link here, the video link, and also the Google Classroom link here. Okay, so we move to slide here. So for the contents here, actually we got basically two main domain for this content, which is the lesson plan and technology use. But for the lesson plan, I already explained from the previous one. So now let's look into the technology use. So I start with the introduction first, and researchers Cardenas et al. 2020 studied undergraduate vocational student in Chile. The result demonstrated that SRS has been repeatedly acknowledged in numerous research for its significant influence on improving learners' motivation, interest, comprehension, and accomplishment across wide range of learning process. So according to Liu et al. 2018, using the SRS improves student engagement and active participations while also having a favorable effect on their willingness to study. Okay. So for the introduction, um, okay, for the introduction here, um, so for the introductions, uh, according to Benson et al. In 2016, students' top 3 benefits were being able to review and adjust the material, check comprehensions in class, and give prompt feedback, because the student response systems makes it easier to integrate subject content and helps with test preparations. Students voice their support for its continued use in educational settings. And the latest technological developments, especially information technology in the last year, have increased significantly, namely in the field of hardware, software, and other infrastructure, such as telecommunication signals, and support the development of reliable information systems. This is quoted by Fleming et al. Okay. In large classroom settings, the student response system, often referred to as the class response system to learner response system, which is frequently used to wirelessly network and instantly collect student responses. The aim of this approach is to enable the administration and observations of student involvement and understanding. Okay, so now we move to next part. Okay, so the first apps that I want to show that I want to elaborate is Kahoot. So additionally, Kahoot is used to create quizzes, assess students' comprehensions, and promote academic subjects. In order to increase student motivation and create a vibrant and competitive learning atmosphere, Kahoot uses game design elements such as graphics, music, noise, points, and competitive leaderboards. This is quoted by Al-Wadi and Abu Ayash in 2021. So Chiang's in 2020 study revealed favorable opinions regarding the use of Kahoot in EFL reading classes. And other than that, Kahoot is an example of gamified student response systems that become widely popular with over 70 million users worldwide. To find how effective it is to use Kahoot, several research that have been conducted by Al-Wadi and Abu Ayyash research and the greatest impact was seen in improved academic performance, increased motivation, and increased classroom engagements. This increased classroom engagement is very important. Okay, and furthermore, according to Wikhandy and Patach, according to Wikhandy 2018, the students demonstrated favorable attitudes and perspective toward the learning to Kahoot, as well as improved learning performance and motivation. Next is the second one is Padlet. So what is the benefit of Padlets? So among the advantage of Padlets are Padlet is an intuitive and user-friendly platform that promotes real-time collaboration among students by allowing them to track each other's contributions. So basically, this Padlet we can track and we can make a collaborations towards student so that they can work together in order for them to find informations, and it fosters instant cooperations, support for multimedia. Padlet is a feature sharing tool that supports a variety of multimedia and file formats. Notably, Padlet is essential for encouraging connection and engagement between students and teachers during and after planned class hours, which targetedly fosters student collaboration. Alice, quoted in 2015, provide an example of how Padlet can be used effectively, lower barriers of communication between educators and students, thereby improving the quality of learning process. It is recommended approach to resolving the issue of student-teacher interactions in the classroom, since it gives students meaningful chances to interact with the course material and learn from viewpoints of their peers. And the last one is Google Classroom. Okay, for the Google Classroom, um, with Google Classroom, students can create, share, and complete homework assignment without having to physically attend class. So basically, it is easier for us as a teacher to attach the assignments and other resources for the student. It also helps students with learning problems required to overcome these challenges. So if they have problems to get information, so it's easier for a teacher to give them through the Google Class Google Classroom just by clicking and logging in. Pamungkas and Hapsari in 2008. This is quoted by Pamungkas and Hapsari in 2019. Google Classroom was developed to assist educators in creating and distributing assignments that incorporates time-saving elements such as individual students' document copying. It is imperative instructors that students understand to benefit Google Classroom as learning tool, particularly with reference to student progress. This is quoted by Zailani et al. In 2020. The paradigm of education has shifted due to rapid growth of information technology, which is now freely accessible even without understanding of time and space constraints. Organizations are no longer the primary source of knowledge. Instead, unofficial entities might provide it. The usage of technology is very beneficial and encourage activity in the age of globalizations. All educators and students hope that Google Classroom will provide a solutions for this distant learning. This essay will concentrate on how the Google Classroom program helps raise seniors' academic performance. So uh, that's all for my presentations. Thank you.